Inside Boxing's Throwdown. I'm Aurelio Martinez, Steven Johnson. This week we're going to talk about this upcoming fight, Steve, between Talas.
Mikey Garcia and Adrien the Problem Broner.
Okay, this is an intriguing fight because everyone around the boxing community and in the whole United States basically and beyond is really high on Mikey because he was on top of the world, had the layoff where him and Bob Arum had the little scuffle and Bob kind of laid him, put him on the sideline, and what was it, 2 years or so that year and a half he was inactive. Yep. Now he came back and he showed everyone he hadn't lost a step. So I mean he wants to fight and control the 135 pounder, but he's taking this fight at 140 against Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner on the side hasn't been your ideal boxing spokesmanship, either in the ring or out the ring, but still he claims that he's coming in to prove that he is who he thinks he is, and he's gonna get busy. So if we're gonna talk about that fight, and will Mikey be able to, at the 140 pound, be able to take care of Adrien Broner? Because say what you're gonna say about Adrien, okay? The man got some skills. He's got some skills. He's got some skills now. Now, the problems he had were like Madonna and these guys, these pressure fighters that coming in. Mikey's not so much of a pressure fighter. He's more of a smart fighter in the ring. He knows how to pinpoint his punches. He knows how to leverage his punches. So he's a different one. So basically, will Adrien give him the opportunity to set up them leverage punches or will Adrien take him off his game?
I don't think it's any real secret that Adrien Broner, his number one problems have been, like you said, running his mouth. That's been his number one problem. And then 1A to that is he can't make weight. And he needs to stop calling himself the problem and say the problem is making weight. Add that to the problem. Okay, but he does have talent. He's got skills, but he's one of those guys that has not capitalized on it to the max. I expect Adrien to get exposed by Mikey Garcia as not having been true to the craft. I expect him to. He might stop him. I doubt it though. Adrien Broner's a tough guy to stop, but I think I see Mikey as outclassing. Let me also say this, Radio. The one thing that's intriguing about this fight to me now is just last week we had it announced that the WBC has went ahead and given sanction to this fight being for their diamond belt, which is really a joke. It's really a joke. Neither one of these guys have a title in the light welterweight division. Okay, so to make this for the WBC belt, it's a joke actually to try to keep them relevant. WBC should be ashamed of themselves. Some of the things they do along this line. I'll wait to see how it pans out in the end out, because it's not what I think or what you think. It's what the majority of fans think. And I think the majority of fans, once they find out that this is for the WBC belt, they're going to be like us and say, what?
Well, the WBC is on top of the game right now. Honestly, you've got the three majors, WBC, WBA, and WBO. Okay, and
that supplants IBF, you think? WBO?
IBF is kind of faltered. They were real strong years ago when you had Robert Lee running that. But Robert Lee ran into some corruption, and
he didn't run into it. He got knocked out by it.
Okay, and they've never been able to regroup, and that's too bad because the IBF used to really focus on the U.S. fighters. Yeah. But anyhow, you got them three majors. But bottom line is WBC is pretty much the king. And they're capitalizing on this, and everybody wants a belt, and everybody wants a green belt. Okay, so they come out with that diamond belt. It means a lot of sanctioning money to them. It means a lot of revenue coming into the WBC. Okay. They make their titles at interim. Yeah. Then they make the special titles with all the diamonds on it. So,
well, wait a minute, back up a little bit. Let's get right to the chase here, okay? They're putting this belt up as who is this designed for to win? Because we know there's somebody who WBC
well, I know. My guess
Don't guess. We
my,
know.
My guess, my guesstimate. Okay, if you want to call it. I don't want because I don't want to say because I don't know for sure. But my guess is it's going to be for Mikey.
Damn right it is.
Because they're looking at longevity.
That's
okay?
right. That's
so,
right.
So
because Mikey's on record as saying that win, lose, or draw, he he's going to not stay at 140 right now. He's going to move back and he wants to clean out the 135-pound division, the lightweight division. So that's his thought. So, which even makes more of a joke of him having the WBC belt, diamond belt, when he won't even be a champion there. He's going to go down and he's going to have to get all the belt. He wants to get all the belts at 135.
Yeah, that's right. So
this is
it was money
specifically for the WBC to have another Mexican fighter, which is not a problem because that's what the WBC has done over the years. Okay, but it's just a joke that they break this up, very slyly in last week. Just no major.
Just kind of slid it in.
That's not on their website. Okay, the WBC website had that, and it's like, okay, you guys go ahead and
they want the checks. They want the checks for the persons,
and they're going to get it.
But anyway, let's talk about this fight.
Okay,
Broner. What does Broner have to do to win this fight against Mikey?
He's got to pressure Mikey, put pressure on him because he's the bigger guy. He's fought bigger guys. He's got to put pressure on Mikey and let him know that I'm no 135-pounder anymore. I'm more of a welterweight, and he's just got to put pressure on Mikey that Mikey hasn't seen before. If he can do that, for the entire fight, he can have a chance to come out of here with the win. Okay,
now flip the corner, Mikey. What does Mikey have to do to win this fight?
Mikey just has to be Mikey. Like you said, he's a very smart fighter, very intelligent. He knows what he's going to do. He'll execute his game plan to just take apart Broner. And for Broner, he's been grown accustomed to now getting in shape for fights 2 months before the fight. Okay, whereas Mikey has been, like we said, that whole year and a half he was off. It's fairly obvious that him and his brother Robert did not slack on conditioning or technique at all. As a matter of fact, they picked it up, so they knew that whenever they came back, they were going to be on point.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
I think you pretty much summed it up. Broner. I think Broner. I don't think he has to pressure. I think pressuring Mikey will fall into Mikey's game. Okay, and if he does that, then he does have a chance of getting knocked out, because Mikey is a smart fighter in the ring, and he uses his leverage, which means he sets well on his body and stuff. So in doing that, Mikey has to be set. Okay, he can't be mobile. So if Broner comes in aggressively, then he's going to allow Mikey to stay set and use his leverage punches, which I think will probably end up getting Broner knocked out. I think Broner needs to stay running. I think regardless of the crowd boos or whatever it is, I think Broner has to stay mobile. Pop. Broner has to start thinking points. Let's go the distance. Let's go 12 rounds. Let me outpoint this guy. Let me frustrate the Mexican. Let me pop. Don't give him a chance to set. Don't give him a chance to leverage his punches. And I think that's the way Broner will win this fight, if he can do that. Okay. In saying that, it's not easy to fight 12 rounds running and being mobile. It's not. Just like, I talked to some of the fellas in the gym, the Mexican fighters that come from Mexico and work out here, and they say, "Mira, si se cansan." That just means they will get tired. Okay? So I think that, on the other hand, I think Mikey has to be a super genius at cutting the ring off and stopping any kind of movement that Broner has except forward movement, getting him to come in and take the bait to try to punch and point. And I think if Mikey effectively cuts the ring off and takes it to where he's got Broner's back against the ropes at most of the times, I think Mikey wins and has a chance of a knockout.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to disagree with that. I think the only other issue with the fight is that Adrien Broner, you remember the first press conference they had, he was very quiet and respectful, and even Mikey Garcia said it's kind of different from him.
Out of character, yeah.
But then he turned it around last week. His coach Mike Stafford goes up there and says, "We ain't never been knocked out by no Mexican. Why anybody think a Mexican gonna knock us out now?"
Yeah.
That's starting to put the flame. And then Adrien comes true to form and he says, I can't wait to punch Mikey in his face. I'm gonna punch him in his face.
Yeah.
It's typical of him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But
let me say this: this fight could have potentially been a pay-per-view fight at one time, But
sure,
once again, the star status of both of them has dropped. So, in defense of both fighters, this is probably a career-defining fight for both of them. Mikey, not so much because he's already said no matter what, he's going down to 135.
He's dropping down.
Adrien Broner can't lose this fight. If he loses this fight, this fight, his name comes up on for a lot of people to just whoop his ass on a regular basis.
Well, I think you're right. More so on Broner's part because the boxing world has pretty much turned Broner off.
They really have.
They shut him off. If Adrien Broner was fighting anyone else other than Mikey, I don't think anybody would even care to watch this fight. Nope. I mean, it would be a non.
Like we said, his last fight he fought at 147. He fought Adrien Granados.
Yeah,
Granados.
And he lost that.
I was going to say, to be honest, Granados beat him. To be honest, so he's like you said, his stock has gone down. But anyway, that's going to be Saturday night, July 29th, Barclays Center in New York. We're going to look forward to that fight. The undercard is going to be not too bad, also. But we're going to get into that in a few minutes, and we'll come back in a minute. We'll talk a little bit more about that in our next segment. So, radio.
We'll come back. We'll finish this thing, and we'll talk about the upcoming fight with Terrence Crawford.
Yes.
Okay, which is really an intriguing fight, and not too many people know his opponent. I didn't know really who he was, but we're going to come back and break that fight down as well.
You got it. All right, radio.
Okay. Till we come back, keep them hands up.
Keep them up, baby.